Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and welcome back to another Werewolf game on the Dice Tower, where we play games of Werewolf through Zoom. If you're interested in this, you can find more information on our Facebook group, Dice Tower Werewolf. All right, well, this is the second game that I put the robots in. I did pretty much the exact same thing as the first game, except I changed the quirks in this one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned, because you're about to find out how my version of robots work. Here we go.
All right, everybody, welcome to the umpteenth time that we've done this of Werewolf Sunday night. Today is October 4th. I'm going to go over the rules just a second, but I do want to remind people of a few basic rules that when you're dead, please don't put information in the chat, because people who are still alive can see the chat. Also, if you're werewolves, you are not allowed to privately message one another. To give information. All information has to be done at night vis-a-vis your little boards. All right, so well, that pen's gone. Fortunately, I got to draw more. Let me go over the roles of tonight. All right, so once again, the Tanner is not here. Yay! So, we have an indeterminate number of werewolves. Here's what you do know. We have a werewolf cub. If you kill the werewolf cub during the day, the next night the werewolves may strike twice. We have a werewolf hunter who, as you take them out, laughingly, they'll take someone with them. So there's at least 2 werewolves. There could be more. We're also playing with a Sasquatch, mostly to hear Jason start the conversation on night 1. But actually, the Sasquatch is here. If you do not vote to kill anyone, the Sasquatch becomes a werewolf. If the werewolves attack the Sasquatch becomes a werewolf. And otherwise, the Sasquatch is a villager to the bitter end. If the Sasquatch dies, I say they were a villager. For the villagers, here's the roles you have. We have Seer. At night, the Seer can ask me if someone is a werewolf or not. I will tell you, yes, they're a werewolf, or no, they're not a werewolf. That is the only information the Seer will have. We also have an apprentice seer. If you're the apprentice seer, you are basically just a regular villager. But when the seer dies, you become the seer. Not only that, the seer can text you one piece of information right after they die. They tell you one thing. They can say, Tom Vasel's a werewolf, Tom Vasel's innocent. That's basically it. Those are all the roles for the villagers.
Wow.
So the seer will know who the apprentice seer is.
Well, here's the deal. The villagers also have an allies, the robots. So here's how the robots work. There are 3 robots. The robots are on the villagers' team. If the villagers win, the robots win. The robots will wake up as a group at night. The robots normally are going to protect someone just like the bodyguard does, so they can work together. Also, the robots know who each other are, so there's that useful information. Once per game, the robots can tell me, rather than protect, they would like to kill somebody. If they think they've narrowed down to a werewolf, they can kill someone. Hopefully it is a werewolf. The robots can also, once per game, decide to each protect somebody. So if there are 3 robots left, they can all protect someone. If there are 2, they can both protect someone. If there's 1, that's a funny way to use your power. But if you do that, you can protect people, even if you protected them the night before. That's like a one-shot, massive protection deal. But we do have a side rule. You can't protect the same person 3 nights in a row. Normally, the robots can only protect someone every other night, just like the bodyguard. The robots cannot be killed by the werewolves. If the werewolves attempt to kill a robot, that robot will not be killed. The only way for robots to be killed is during the day through being lynched. However, there's a few things here. First of all, each robot will have a quirk. I will tell you that quirk. You must follow that quirk, whatever it is. Whatever rule I give you. If you do not do that quirk during the daytime each day, then you will be deactivated. To help out, we have Eagle Eye Joseph and Ayahu will be watching you. And they will report if you do not do this.
Nice.
I want to be a robot so bad.
I'll tell them who the robots are and what their thing are. So, for example, I'll just give you one of the ones we did last night. One of the robots had to vote positive or to keep everyone alive the entire game. Oh, another one had to say the word werewolf twice every day.
So, Tom, do the robots know what each other's quirk is?
They do not. So here's the deal when it comes to quirks. You, as a robot, may not tell people what your quirk is. And in fact, if someone brings that up to you, you are welcome to lie about it, but you still have to do it, which could prove you're the robot. Other villagers are able to make up quirks and just follow them for no reason at all. Why would they do this? Because 3 times per game, the werewolves can, at night, guess the robots. They'll guess 3 people. Every living robot must be in that group of people that they say. If so, every robot's deactivated.
Oh.
Okay?
Deactivated means you're just dead.
Yeah, same thing. Deactivated, dead, murdered, killed. There's a lot of different words we use.
Tom, can you repeat that, please?
No.
Disassembled.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I said
No disassemble.
at night.
No.
So it's going to look like this. So where do I have it? On my desk.
We all need to make a quirk.
Well, you don't have to. But basically, the werewolves would hold up a sign, and they'll show me 3 names. That way I know that they're going to do it. I'll try to ask each night, would you like to guess? That'll be the first thing I'll ask. Would you like to guess? And the werewolves can say yes or no. Whether you guess or not, the werewolves still get to kill someone every night. But you
How many
get
guesses
3
do they
guesses
get?
per game, and you guess 3
guesses.
people.
But if they get somebody wrong,
If they get someone wrong, I just say no. And all you know is that at least one of the names you guessed is not a robot.
and then they won't have that power anymore.
They have it 3 times.
Three
times though.
They can use that 3 times over the course of the game.
Okay.
Tom, sorry. Whether it's a robot getting deactivated from a quirk or from the werewolves guessing, will you say they died
Yes.
because of that?
Whenever someone dies, you will know if they are a villager, werewolf, or robot. I'll always be really clear on that. Also, if the village eliminates 2 of the robots, or if a robot eliminates themselves by not following their quirk, and we're down to 1 robot, that robot's programming breaks. They no longer follow the 3 laws of robotics. They will now start killing people at night. They will wake up at night, and instead of protecting, they kill 2 people every night.
Holy crap.
This.
Can they kill werewolves, or are they trying to kill?
They're trying to be the sole person standing. So
That is go so
here's
Asimov
how this
described
works.
a
If you
person.
are a robot, you win if the villagers win. Unless you become a sole robot, and then in that case, you win only if you've killed everyone, including the werewolves. Last night, 2 of the robots were, well, actually all the robots lost because the werewolves won. But had the villagers won, one of the robots would have lost because the other 2 were deactivated, and 1 robot then went berserk.
And how does that robot wins? By the villagers?
They have to
like,
kill
you still
every
get-
single person and werewolf in the village.
So that's
Tom-
the last robot robot standing.
Will you say like to the seer, or when the robot just dies normally? Will you
Nope,
say?
I said clearly earlier that if the seer asks me a question, I will say they're a werewolf or they're not a werewolf. That is all the information I will give the seer.
Do the robots go before or after the werewolves?
Robots go first. So if you're a werewolf and you attempt to kill someone and they do not die, that means either the robots protected them, or they're a robot, or you tried to kill the Sasquatch, and then you'll find that out tomorrow night. Jason, you're muted, so this is great, but we should probably tell you that.
Please.
Okay, anyway, now I can ask my question that I haven't been able to say the whole time. Let's say that I didn't realize I was muted. I forgot to turn it on. But let's say that there's 2 robots left. Then do the werewolves only write 2 names? Because they have to get every name
No,
right?
as I said, I thought I was pretty clear. The robots can write 3 names. If those 3 names contain all currently living robots, the robots are deactivated.
Okay, and the robots, they protect like a bodyguard normally, and they pick someone as a team. But then they also, each robot gets 1 special protection, or the whole robot team gets 1 special protection?
So the robots as a whole, one night during the whole time, can decide to protect a person each. So if there's 3 of them still alive, they can protect 3 people that night. If there's 2 alive, they'll protect 2.
Just one night?
One night.
So they could protect a person for every robot that's there as a special action.
Yes.
And once a night
you got to
they
use
can
this at the
kill-
right time.
Once a night they can kill a werewolf and
Once
only a werewolf.
game, they can
once a
kill
game.
one person at night.
Yes, once a game they could do that to a werewolf. Other than that, what if there's like 2 werewolves and 2 robots left? How do they kill each other? The werewolves
If
are gonna
there's
win.
2 werewolves and 2 robots left, the werewolves win because the werewolves always win if there's as many werewolves as there
Got it.
is other people in the village.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to start sending out roles to people. If you're a robot, I will also tell you what your role is. I mean, what your rule is. You'll get your role and your rule. And that's
So, Tom, there isn't a regular hunter, right?
There is a. Oh, I didn't mention. I apologize. There is a regular villager hunter. Yes.
There is. Okay.
And both hunters can kill robots. Robots can die only 2 ways: by being shot by a hunter or by being killed by the village.
Nick, she's working on her words, and so she's just reading people's names and copying them down.
Yeah, I will.
So she wrote Jason in yours.
Trey, if she's gonna be with you, you're gonna have to make her close her eyes at night too.
I will. She's only gonna be with me the first night.
Sorry, Tom, could you explain the Sasquatch again, please?
Can someone else do that while
One of us can do that, yeah.
Sorry.
The Sasquatch becomes a werewolf if we don't kill someone during the day. So if we don't have a lynch during the day, that night the Sasquatch then turns into a werewolf. So it just pushes us to want to lynch somebody every day.
And we have 3 nominations.
They also turn into a werewolf if the werewolves target it during the night. It turns into a werewolf as well.
This is gonna be a crazy game. I just feel it. But I needed provisions for this one.
What you got? Is that hummus?
Hummus and some crackers.
Wait, that's perfect.
Yes, Joseph,
That's perfect for you, Jason, because then your mouth will be full a little bit.
That never seems to stop.
Did you put enough for everybody?
It has a many years of techniques developed for that. One side of the mouth chewing.
And our favorite drink ever, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Is that the stuff with the little globules that?
No. That's
Oh,
bubble tea.
Oh, bubble tea. Okay.
Bubble tea's really good too.
Eh.
It's good.
Yoga.
I like bubble tape. 6 feet of bubble gum for you, not them.
Yeah,
Bubble tape.
If it's not beer, it's not good.
What's up, Kyle? I feel
How's
like I hadn't seen you in a while, man.
Yeah, I think we've been playing in opposite games for the last couple weeks. I was out last week because I was out. Me and the fam went out of town, but on the other games I played, I think I was like on the other night. How's it going?
Good, man.
See you too, Kyle. Long time no see.
Yeah, how you doing, Mike?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited about no drunk. Love that. No Dream Wolf. That's great.
I'm bracing myself for the inevitable Sasquatch
And
conversation.
since I was completely silent before and didn't realize I was silent the whole time, Blood on the Clock Tower is amazing. It's like 100 times better than Werewolf.
I really want to play it.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
I think someone is being kicked off of the group because they introduced you to the game.
Yeah,
I think I heard that.
I did hear Tom last night say, "Is someone playing in here tonight that introduced Jason to that?" And I thought, "Oh, he's not on there last night."
I can see him right over there right
on
now.
here tonight.
It's Jay who did it.
No.
I believe it.
God, I thought I was on the chopping block for that.
No, I didn't moderate.
You just tagged me and told me to play. That's enough.
I did tag you and tell you to play.
I started studying the new script already.
I'm
need to know
glad
the
you
rules.
played it, Jason. I'm glad you liked it too.
I'm already
I'm going
back
to be
in
telling
the
everyone Jay's role. No.
I'll tell him, Tom. It's villager. It's villager.
Is it Jay?
Chris will tell us if you're.
Look in my eyes, Chris. I'm villager.
Don't
do that. He'll figure it out faster.
Jay, does it start with 1 V or 2 Vs?
Let me look again. Hold on.
Villager. No.
Did Tom say how many? Did Tom say how many robots there are?
Three.
Three robots.
So that means that we get 3 saves. So each robot can save one person once.
Well,
No, they can save somebody every night.
Yeah,
They can save somebody every night.
They act like a bodyguard.
Yeah,
They act
collectively, they can save.
Oh, I thought they only got 3 saves.
No.
They each
Once
get a save
per
on the
game,
board.
they can do
Three
three separate saves.
You can do a triple save.
Yeah, if they don't split up, they can save collectively one person every single night.
Yeah, Gil, do you get that? So every night they can come together and choose one person to save. Once per game, they can decide to use their thing, and however many robots are left, they get to each save someone.
I assume that's on top of, in replacement of, not on top of the actual regular.
That's a good question.
Otherwise,
You don't get one.
Yeah, I believe it is in
It's got to
replacement.
be a replacement, yeah.
Yeah, it's a replacement for their other one.
It seems a little more powerful than the.
Do they each choose one individual person, or is it going to be like a one person holds up 3 names, vote on it kind of situation?
So that's the 2 choices they have. They can either do all 3 together, or
I mean when they do the ultimate, we're going to save a bunch of people this round.
Yeah, they each choose their own name.
They choose their own.
There would be no other reason to do it, than just they want to get 3 saves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's going to be hard for them to kill the seer, for example, because once we know who the seer is, we can protect them more regularly than normal games. Yeah.
Well,
but I think you can have to skip one, right?
Yeah, I think having the robots. I mean, Seer should just come out day one. I think.
Nominate Jay.
Nominate Jay.
Oh, there.
It'll be a quick one, Jay.
I think Jay's got an extra V in front of his villager.
Everybody should have their roll. No one did not get their roll?
Know your role.
Yeah.
All right.
I got
there
mine.
we go. I'm sure there will be more questions, but we'll get things started by having night 1. Good night, everybody. A long time ago, this village was built on the back of a giant robot that was built in the back of a giant turtle, which was built in the back of another giant robot. It's a very long story that no one cares about. The thing is, though, the robots fell in love with the humans and vowed to protect them. And when the werewolves came, they treated the werewolves as if they were plague upon humankind, which they actually are. So the robots are here helping, and that's all the backstory I feel like doing. With that being said, let's start this evening with the 3 robots just looking at each other and saying hi. That's all you will do tonight, so you know who the other robots are. Okay, thank you. Good night, robots. All right, then we'll jump to our beautiful werewolf or werewolves. This is just a meet and greet here. I got some hot blood to go around, so you can see which werewolves are there. All right, thank you. And then Seer. Who would you like to know about? All right, good morning. Well, good start. It doesn't look like... Oh, wait, no. Tom Vasel was killed by a pile of unpainted miniature robots. It's a very, very sad story. If only he had painted them. That's what the miniature gamer said. He would have had more fun and been more immersed in the theme of the game.
They rolled better, too.
Who would have done such a thing? The floor is yours. We're at day 1, 24 people.
He would have died from the paint fumes if you painted all those.
Good news, there's not 12 werewolves. If there was 12 werewolves, the werewolves would win right now.
Good to know. Good to know.
It's a Sasquatch our friend or not? I just want to know.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, we should ask
Seriously,
Graham.
are you seriously asking? Are you seriously
I am
asking
not
the
the
Sasquatch
Sasquatch.
again?
I'm a villager.
I kind of do think it is a good idea for the Sasquatch to just come out to not kill on the first day. Make the Sasquatch turn, and that way the seer has perfect information for the rest of the game.
No,
I'm sorry.
I agree with Jason.
didn't like
either
that.
way.
Hey,
wasn't
last,
saying that.
last village that happened in, that Sasquatch won.
I was saying, I was saying, does Sasquatch want to say there's Sasquatch and let us hang the Sasquatch on the first night?
Oh
And be
my
a proud
gosh.
villager.
To be fair, he didn't jump in right away. He waited a little bit before he
Wait about a
suggested
minute.
that.
You waited at least
Yeah.
10 seconds.
The
Yeah.
seer will have
chewed
perfect
first.
information.
He chewed first this time.
No,
I know you started that, and we're going to have words later.
The most important thing in this game is the Sasquatch, plain and simple.
I totally wish I was a tanner so I could just say, I'm a Sasquatch.
It's happened before.
There's no tanner, which is why we're doing this. There's no tanner, but there is a Sasquatch.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, who's a villager? Let's try to have him
Yes.
win as a villager.
That's right.
If they die right now, if the Sasquatch dies right now, wins as a villager, correct?
Yes, and we
I see
have,
the food
and we
isn't
have,
slowing him down at
and
all.
then we go into day 2 with no information except for we are down one villager person, and we never took a shot at a werewolf that first night.
Yeah, we have to. We have to vote to kill. We can't just let that slide. There's no
How many times? How many games have happened?
That has any risk of not voting somebody.
We're falling into the same trap.
Yeah.
I think I said like a week ago, you could script this game for the first 2 days. And going exactly according to script. We've now wasted 5 minutes having the same we always have. Let's just accept Sasquatch is not coming out and move on.
I agree with that.
Let's go.
I second that vote.
Great.
Can I nominate to not kill today?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Is there a
All right,
second for
I'm
that
gonna-
nomination?
I'll second it.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Does this count, Tom? Does this count as one?
This does not count as one of your 3 votes. But Nick, before we vote on this, you can talk people into it or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Seriously, the seer is very important. We'll have perfect information from here on out. If we just choose to do our usual, Jay's beard looks extra long. I think he's a werewolf. We're probably going to get another villager. And only last week did Melissa pick me the first night. Yeah. And yes, I was a werewolf at that time, but this doesn't count.
Yeah, but
I think ours is better.
We rebut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it doesn't
we
make
vote.
sense to like not kill.
If we miss
need
a
to be
vote,
killing every night and taking chances at werewolves.
That's the only way we learn something.
Having an extra werewolf and giving ourselves another target that we have to take out at some point during the game is detrimental.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen that in these videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
And
the only night we need to
lose
worry
information.
about maybe not killing somebody.
I think if we
Every
wanna
other
do that, we
night,
can
there's
do that
going
on
to
the
be
third vote of the
something on
day.
the table to convince someone to kill somebody. So this is the
All
only
right.
time we have to worry about it.
This is a
We
vote
need
for this.
we need
This
the
is not a
information
normal-
from the voting.
This is not a normal vote. It's not
The
a normal
last time
vote.
the Sasquatch,
This means you want to go to sleep without killing anyone. This means kill, kill, kill. Okay, ready?
the last time the Sasquatch won or turned on night 1, we won the game.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, please.
Matt with reverse lag.
Sorry.
Jay, am
All
I
right, so
lagging?
that's 3 yeses and 21 no's.
I lagged the opposite way. I already had it down before the vote.
I'm writing it down, Trey. I'm writing it down.
I'm gonna nominate Nick. I'm gonna nominate Nick.
I'll second that.
No.
All right.
I'm sorry, what
I
just
would
happened?
also.
I'm nominating Nick, not myself,
No,
Nick, the
second.
other Nick.
Oh, Jesus.
I think if you're going back to that Sasquatch.
I was about to
argument,
second it, but not now.
Okay, so it's a
Second
couple
argument.
seconds there. All right. Nick, what's your... Nick. So wait,
Yeah.
Nick, nominate Nick? Okay, Nick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Total traitor. Totally Canada thing to do, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm Michigan. I'm like your brother.
Canada's armpit.
The bully brother.
I don't think you know how Canada works.
I'm a villager. I feel very strong that having the seer have perfect information from day 1 is important. Because we're going to get lax maybe 4 or 5 days in, thinking, okay, everyone we've checked are total villagers, and then the werewolves could have turned one. So
And then we won't have a Sasquatch.
we won't have to worry about it ever again. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Voting for Nick. This is technically vote 1 of the day. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I just wanted. It's just Mike.
All right,
Mike
that's
Davis.
two.
Chris,
Two
Chris
no's.
and Mike.
Oh, okay.
Chris, I take back.
Two
Okay,
no's
Oh.
Nick,
and
can I just rebut that one?
Yes,
I didn't want to do it before we voted, but I'm just gonna say the only way we'll know if the werewolf could have or if the Sasquatch could have turned. So once we know that, then we all we need is the seer to be keeping a list of what day they check people, and then that way if we know that no one died. That's a possibility. I mean, it could be a bodyguard, or if we don't vote someone, yeah. Well, I'm counting them as a bodyguard in this case, but
the seer shouldn't tell that if the person doesn't die and the person checks the seer and it's good and learns that's a robot. It shouldn't be a public information though, because we don't want to give that information to the
that's not what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is there's two options. Either if no one dies, either the robot saved someone, or the werewolves hit the Sasquatch. So once that happens, then we know that it's not everything is perfect information. But until that time comes, the seer still has perfect information up until that point.
Can I ask a dumb question?
No.
No, save it until you got a smart one. No,
a lot of people are talking about getting the Sasquatch to turn to become a werewolf, right? Why not make the werewolves do the job for us? So if the Sasquatch comes out and says, "Hell, I'm a Sasquatch,"
good point.
Then they're the villager. But let the werewolves waste their one nighttime kill turning them for us instead of us turning them for them.
That's a good point.
That's a good
Usually a really good idea.
I think the problem is just
more targets.
The problem is
I will never go ahead with having the Sasquatch come out. I think that's the dumbest thing ever.
Well, I'm just going to say on day one.
I'm not suggesting it. I was asking a question from the people who think that
I need a nomination, please.
So Trey, here's my logic on it.
Hold on, Jason. Blake, what were you saying?
What were you saying, Blake?
No, I mean, this might sound suspect, but I was in rethinking about it. I do kind of agree with Nick, only because I don't know how effective these robots are going to be, but we do have potentially 3 blocks from them getting targeted by werewolves. Or we have 3 non-kills potentially if they target the robots. The robots can potentially block. And I understand what Trey is saying, where yes, it would also save us another night if the werewolves hit the Sasquatch. But on day one, when we have no information, we also risk killing a seer, the apprentice seer, the hunter, so many other things.
The odds of that are just low, though.
Yeah, and you have to do that in werewolf.
Is it? Do we have that many basic villagers?
20 seconds.
I'm going to nominate Gil. He's being quiet. Also, I'll just continue.
All right, nominate Gil. Is there a second for that?
I second it because he totally killed me in Among Us the other day.
Ben second.
Gil, make your metagaming defense.
Sure. Sorry, I just drove quite a few hours get here, and I'm not drinking tonight, so I'm normally quieter when I'm not drinking. And I was told I talk too much, so I was trying to be a little conscious about it. And so it's hard. I know I won't be able to hold my tongue just for so
You're
long.
talking too much. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was accused of talking too much, so I was trying to be more conscious about it. But if you guys like me to talk, hey, it's Jason and I here. It's your own fault.
All right, this is the second vote of day one.
About the Sasquatch.
For Gil.
Just to clarify, is thumbs up is live and thumbs down is die?
That is correct.
Okay, all right. So that's fair enough.
Are you the Sasquatch, Gil?
No, I'm not Sasquatch. No.
Ready. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and I thought Grandma was my friend.
4 votes down. But
sorry, Gil. You know people so little. You know people so little.
I hate pushing it to the third vote, though. I always find the third vote is right.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Same.
I should
Now third vote instantly dies. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, I just
we unless they give a good defense,
kill. Yeah. So are we going to sleep?
No, that was only the second.
One more vote.
I need another nomination within 30 seconds.
Yeah, the no kill doesn't count.
And just to go against this Sasquatch line of thought, the last game we played, or the last game I played with Graham, he held on to it until late in the game, and then basically won us the game as a villager by letting.
There was also 2 Sasquatches in that game, though, so it was a bit easier. but
I
still
think
cool.
it
but it was
can go both ways. We have Sasquatch that live the whole game. We had Sasquatch that got killed the next day. I think there's been so many scenarios right now. There's so many people.
Steve, what do you think?
Right now, we have no information, and it's a random guess. I don't think that we should be letting the Sasquatch turn.
Hey, Steve, how are those werewolf bagels, by the way?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Steve, I'm not convinced that mic is working.
My mic?
Yeah, you're
Well, no, it sounds like you're unmuted.
You're kinda
we can hear you,
muted.
but it sounds like it's going through your computer rather than the mic on your
headset. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Not using your head.
No, we can hear you. It's just
echo.
faint because it's coming through your computer rather than your microphone.
It doesn't sound you're in the same room that you're.
It's not using your headset.
Melissa, do you have any thoughts? You seem to.
I was just about to ask that. You killed first well last time.
Yeah, so the only suspicion I have right now is, and Blake said that it might make him look suspicious when he flipped and said that maybe we should let the Sasquatch turn. And it was just his wording when he was saying how effective the robots are. It just sounded shady to me. That's all I got.
You're usually better than that, Melissa. So now I'm suspicious of you because you usually have better thoughts than that. Come on.
Did Melissa vote to kill Gil? Did Melissa vote to kill Gil?
No, Larry and Graham both.
All right. I'm gonna throw myself out there. I'm gonna nominate Julia.
Mike nominates Julia.
The only reason I'm nominating Julia is because she jumped on the second for Gil like that. Like she jumped right on it. Like, yeah, Gil. I'm like, and then she tried to say, well, because he played Among Us. I'm like, I don't buy that. I think she just wanted to get somebody killed. So
You always want to kill me.
Look, I feel really bad, Julie, because I love playing with you, but I'm sorry. I just think that you.
Is there a second for Julia?
But I didn't vote to kill him.
Hang on. Is there any second for Julia?
Why did you second it then so fast?
No, it's just for fun because.
All right, then I need another nomination right now, or we go to sleep.
Somebody.
I'll nominate Mike.
Oh.
Just because.
Don't worry, Mike. I'm not going to vote for you.
Oh, man.
I'm just trying to save the day.
Is there a second
I'm
for
going to
Mike?
second Mike. I'm going to second Mike, and the reason is because I want to see if Mike believes in the Sasquatch theory or not. So now we'll find out who believes in the Sasquatch theory or who doesn't. And Trey,
I cannot wait.
Logic, I just want you to know the logic, Trey, is this. If we don't kill someone now and we don't kill Mike, then the seer will get perfect information the rest of the game, what Nick said. I don't know why other Nick is sitting here going, oh no, but the seer won't miss. Let's say the seer looked at me and I was a Sasquatch. Of course, if I was a Sasquatch, I would have said I was, and that would have been the end of it, and you guys would have killed me. But if the seer looked at me now, the first round, and saw me as good, then later if I get turned by the werewolves, they're going to think I'm good. It doesn't matter. Then we have to go back and research people. And
No, you won. You won that way.
Hey, Mike, is that all you have to say in your defense?
Mike, is that Jay? You said the same thing. All right, Mike. Would you like to use Jason's defense or give your own?
I'd like to give my own defense. Thank you. So first of all, Jay Vargas, all positive vibes. Sorry, man. You're awesome, dude. Love you. So I can tell you this. I know 100% sure that Manny is a villager or not a werewolf. There you go. That's all I know. So take your vote.
All right. This is the third vote of the day. After this, we go to sleep no matter what happens. Ready. 1, 2, 3. That's 11 to kill, 13 to keep alive. No one dies. Sasquatch, you're now a werewolf. Good night, everybody. All right, we'll start with the robots. Would you like to kill or protect? Protect, kill. Thank you. Werewolf or werewolves? Would you like to guess the 3 robots? Who would you like to kill? Thank you. All right. Good. Oh, wait. No. Sorry. Not good morning. Everyone put your heads back down. Sorry. I forgot the seer. Seer. Who would you like to know about? Now it's a good morning. Huzzah and hooray. It looks like maybe the only casualty to this village will be Tom Vasel because no one died last night.
So the good thing is we don't have a Sasquatch anymore, and now the Sasquatch is a werewolf. So,
how did nobody?
I'm trying to figure out how is that good. How is that good?
The wolves either targeted one of the robots, or the robots protected somebody that the wolves targeted.
Yeah. You didn't lose a villager.
How many people voted no on the Sasquatch thing? I just want to know about like the Sasquatch vote.
Almost half. Almost half.
No, I know, but who specifically
11
voted
people.
no?
Yeah.
Who specifically voted no?
It was 13 against 11.
I know. Nick,
I did. Yeah.
No.
I voted
No as in kill, or no as in.
No, as in who wanted
No
Mike
one,
to die? I
14.
guess.
Oh, he's a robot. Jason's a robot.
I was one of them.
Yeah, I don't believe in the whole Sasquatch turning into werewolf.
I think you can make a good argument both ways. I don't think that's going to be an
Anyway,
who's a werewolf.
And you're not going to
Sasquatch
convince
is
anybody
now
at this
a
point.
werewolf.
Yeah.
So the Sasquatch is now a werewolf. So, now at least it's good information.
Yeah, it's a done deal.
Yeah. We never even actually have to say the word Sasquatch again this game.
Never. There is no longer a
Like the Sasquatch.
Yeah, if it's a robot quirk,
Jason, you know what's great about that is basically a villager died and the werewolves gained a person. That's great.
No one villager died. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the Sasquatch was a villager. They died.
But the Sasquatch
I totally agree. I totally agree with Nick, and I'm gonna maybe put a target on my back. The whole thing, don't kill anybody the first days. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's a good strategy.
No, I don't know anybody that changes their mind after being argued with. So
our seer has 2 things of information now, which should be good, and we have no more Sasquatch.
I'll say this: I might have voted to kill had it been someone different that was nominated. My vote was more so to save Mike.
That's why I said yes to Mike.
Than it was about the Sasquatch. I don't think he's a werewolf. I played every game I played in with Mike when he's not a werewolf. He finds 1 or 2 werewolves. So the longer he's alive, if he's good, I'd rather have him alive than a Sasquatch.
That's the only reason
I found a lot of werewolves.
That's the only reason I vote to save him, because of the way he spoke. I just think I would trade a villager for a werewolf right now. But in general, as the rule, I
voted to save Mike too, because
it could be.
Thank you, Jason. You're so awesome.
Both sides have a point. It really could be that both sides.
No, I think both sides do have a point. Yeah.
I want to hear from Mike because he was so sure that Manny was a villager. Is there anybody else that you're sure is a villager, Mike?
No.
Okay.
I would like. Why would you point that out?
I would like to hear from Cameron.
Why would you point that out?
Why would I point what out? What I just pointed out? I mean, he clearly said that he knew for sure Manny was a villager.
I know. So if you're a villager, you might have kept quiet about that.
Who didn't notice that? Trey?
Didn't have to bring it back up.
Come on, everyone. That's like the most.
I'm going to bring this up one last time. Is it's not perfect information now. There's that 100% on Manny could be wrong if he was a Sasquatch.
Oh no, unless
he turned at the moment.
Yeah, Mike's not the seer though, because if Mike was the seer, he wouldn't have hinted at it.
Then how would he even be able to say that?
How would he know?
There might be other ways.
Okay. Could he be the apprentice?
This is a very different game too.
It's a dangerous train of thought. Let's go away from it.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna call myself out, all right? So I don't want to this is gonna get me killed, but I'll call myself out. All right, look, I'm not the seer, right? But when you are a villager and you're about to be killed, you're claiming you're the seer is the only way to save yourself. And then that night, the werewolves are going to try to kill you because they think you're the seer, which then saves your seer. I'm just a plain villager, but I acted like the seer, one, to save myself, and two, hopefully the werewolves will kill me.
I wouldn't kill you. I wouldn't kill you if I was a werewolf because the same logic you just did. That's why I think that they might not have tried to kill you because the same logic that you used could be. I think the robot's going to save Mike.
Yeah,
but we don't know. That's not perfect.
I think they tried to kill me, and the robots saved me. Is what happened.
Very likely.
All right, well, I'm going to need a first nomination soon, please.
So hard to grasp with robots is a new thing. It's hard to figure out what's the best.
Yeah, it's hard too to what used to be tells on someone might be harder to read tells because they might be acting funny or different because they're right, and then you don't want to out someone as a werewolf at all. You can't do that and let the werewolves know.
Melissa, do you want to revise your suspicion list at all?
I've added somebody.
Ooh. Is it tell?
All right, I need a nomination in 10 seconds, please.
I'll
I'm not 100%.
Oh, sorry.
Who's your name, Melissa?
I said I'm not. I just. It's just
Hang on, let's pause for a second
suspicion.
here. Matthew was nominating someone. Who'd you nominate?
I talked over Melissa, so I thought she was nominated. So if she wants
No, I'm not nominating.
I'll nominate Harriman. He's been quiet and
I'll second
no
that.
chance to talk.
Because he's usually very active and haven't heard it.
I don't know if I agree or disagree with that.
All right, Harriman, you've been nominated. What's your defense?
Yeah, I usually try to stay quiet for the first little while because I got to get a lot of notes in before I develop suspicions. Right now, I don't have much. Chris had 2 weird downvotes, but that's about it. I'm just trying to get more notes in. Usually by the end, I'm pretty good at pinpointing who the werewolves are. So I don't know. It's not Chris. I don't think it's Chris, but he just had 2 weird downvotes. I thought he might have been a robot with forced vote down, but he had another upvote after that, so that's not his thing. So yeah, I got nothing right now. Yeah, I'm right. You can kill me if you want.
This is one of day 2.
Normal.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Come on, Chris.
You're okay. You're fine. Don't worry.
That's 3 down and 21 up.
I didn't know Guami was playing.
I need a second nomination in 30 seconds, please.
Trying to figure out if I agree with Mike. Why did you nominate?
What? We need a nomination?
Yeah, we do.
Matthew nominated.
I nominated.
Matthew.
Oh.
The day was about to end, and I wanted to nominate somebody that wasn't talking.
He was counting
It
down.
wasn't just a day continuing thing.
I'll nominate Matthew.
Larry nominates Matthew. What's your...
He's been nominating everyone else.
All right. Is there a
See what
second
he
for
has to
that?
say.
I'll second it just as payback. it's the second
right,
vote.
Matthew,
I'm not too worried about it.
I'm going to
I feel
throw a
like
range on that second vote.
I feel like my strategy is to try to keep the days as long as possible so we get more nominations and more discussion. I'm not actually actively accusing any of the people I nominate. It's just trying to slow down the game and give us a chance to figure things out. But if you think that's evil, then feel free to kill me.
All right. Voting on Matthew. Second vote of day 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I wonder what Chris is listening to.
I don't know what he confused.
Probably something robotic.
You know. 30 seconds. I need a third nomination, please.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Wait, how did Nick P vote on that one?
Yeah, Nick, did you have a vote?
Okay, I didn't see it.
Gil and Larry.
I was the only one that voted down. I don't know.
Larry.
I did as well.
Yeah,
I did as well. I knew he wasn't at danger. It was just to troll him.
It is getting to be more like dangerous on the second vote, though, because everyone, when they're voting, knows if they're nominated next.
No, there's no more Sasquatch.
They're dead.
No more Sasquatch. So that
no more Sasquatch.
It's very random right now. Anything could get you voted because nobody has I mean, the seer has one or two information, but other than that, you're always taking a chance to be part of that pack if you go too far every time into the third vote.
But the stakes aren't as high as on the third vote as they are with the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
All right, I need that third nomination, please.
I'm not nominate, but I haven't heard anything from Robert.
Yeah, I'm really confused. I'm just kind of trying to pay attention, try to pick up any quirks, which I've picked up nothing. So I think I'll just keep on trying to figure out who's werewolves and who's villagers. I'm just a regular villager. That's about all I have.
I'm going to nominate Robert. He's trying to pick up quirks. Only a werewolf really needs to pick up quirks.
Yeah, I'm going to second that for the same reason. That's good logic.
All right, Robert,
I just thought that was part of the game to figure out who the robots were.
All right, Robert, you've been nominated and seconded. What's your defense?
Again, I was just figuring out what robots were because this is the first time I've ever even heard of robots. So that's why I was looking for quirks. It didn't have anything to do with whether I wanted to kill them or not. I just want to know who they were.
All right, thumbs for Robert. This is the third vote. After this vote, we will go to sleep. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Cool. Jay has reverse lag.
That's 20 down, 4 up. All right, before we do anything, no one talk, please.
Uh-oh.
Robert, you was a werewolf, but he's also the werewolf hunter. You can take one person with you. Who is it?
All right, again, just a shot in the dark, but I'll take out Mike.
All right, Mike is a
he a werewolf?
villager. All right, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
All right. All right, well, that was an exciting day. You killed probably the only werewolf, you might think. All righty, we're going to start with the robots. Would you like to kill, protect, or use your special protect? Thank you. All right, werewolf or werewolves? Would you like to guess the robots? Okay, we're down to just a few seconds. I'm going to need a name. Thank you. All right, Seer. Who would you like to know about? All right, good morning, everybody. It's sad, but it's also somewhat funny to watch Chris dance his way to death. I'm sorry, Chris, but you are dead.
Oh, no.
Masons for life.
You know, he's a new dad, too. Nice going, guys. You guys should feel bad for you.
I have a question for
Reputation precedes him, apparently.
I have a question.
Oh, by the way, he was a villager.
I have a question for Nick P. Are you glad now that I brought up the Sasquatch thing and that we had the Sasquatch turn in day one?
I'm going to start randomly killing people who talk about.
We don't need to talk about that anymore.
Thank you, Tom.
Doesn't have to be random. Can it just be whoever brings it up?
We had one villager killed. Well, a second because the villager werewolf hunter.
Are you sure we don't have a Tanner?
No, I'm positive. No, I was just saying. So I still think it was a good thing that Sasquatch turned early in the game.
Okay.
I just
we could move on from that.
Yeah, we can debate that on Facebook.
Yeah, some people
Jason might have to say Sasquatch every day.
It is what it is.
I just wanted to say that I think that we made the right move when we killed the Sasquatch. Or let him turn, rather.
Sasquatch Mason rules.
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Jason, are you the robot and you have to say Sasquatch
I was
at the end
just
of the
about
game?
to say that.
That's me.
Yeah.
That to you, I feel bad for you.
That would be something Tom would have handed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Tom would have given that.
Listen. Once again,
I'm not
never
the
played
robot.
before. Every roll is given out randomly. The robot quirks were determined randomly before I saw who got them.
Okay.
I'm not the
So
robot.
happened to be.
We've never had the robot before tonight, and he's always.
Okay, so Cameron, can we hear from you?
I honestly don't know right now because I'm kind of new to all of you guys. So I can't. I'm just trying to sort of observe at the moment. I don't have
Do you have
enough
any thoughts,
information.
like any information that you grasp?
The only person that I thought was safe was Mike. He just seemed the only, but he's been killed off by the werewolf right now. So that was the only thing.
Yeah. So Larry, you voted to save Robert. What's all that about?
I legit didn't think he was a werewolf. I mean, I was gonna say if we look at who actually voted to save there, I don't think if you're a werewolf you actually vote to save there, right? You vote to kill. So if we look at who voted to save, you actually might see decent villagers.
So who?
No bias at all in that opinion, Larry.
There's only like 2 upvotes.
I do want to say though, even though he was a werewolf, so I'm glad he's gone. When I brought up that it's always nervous on the second vote because if you're nominated third and everyone was like, there's no worry, the Sasquatch is gone.
That's the problem now. Like you get nominated.
Robert. See Robert.
See, that's I think what's the problem with this meta game we're doing.
I want to bring up
just a second, Jason, just to finish. Then I can So the problem is this meta game we're doing is doesn't matter if you're innocent or if you're a werewolf or not. The way we're playing in all those games, you got nominated on the third night, you're dead.
Yeah,
it's just crazy that.
So here's the thing, Robert. We killed Robert for a specific reason because he was looking for robots. There's one person in this room right now who mentioned robots, and that's Gil. So I think we should nominate Gil, and Gil should be the one who dies.
Is that a nomination, Jason?
What did they say about robots?
Gil.
And I'm going to second that.
You specifically asked if I was a robot.
Steve second.
No, I just made a joke that you're saying Sasquatch all the time.
It doesn't matter.
Gil, the nomination second has gone through. What's your defense?
I'm not the werewolf. What I said about the robot was just making fun of Jason. I don't think Don would make him say Sasquatch to the end of the game, although I thought it would be very funny if it did. That was the only joke I made. I don't know why Jason took the wrong way. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm just.
I'm going with the same thing that Robert did, and he was the werewolf.
All right,
but it was a different way he did, though. That's
this
fine.
is vote 1 of day 3.
Hope
Ready?
you enjoyed your first game, Robert.
1, 2, 3.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, we've killed a new dad. We've killed a first-time player.
Yeah.
All right, that's 4 down, but 17
Yeah, but he was a werewolf.
You're fine.
That's it.
I mean, he's a werewolf. He had to die.
I mean, his reputation put a target on him.
That is true.
So Jason, you voted to save Robert too. Why did you vote to save him?
I voted. I like to save people. Stop asking me why I'm saving. Look at my voting history. Just stop and just everyone stop. Kyle, you're going to be the next person to nominate because you're also searching for quirks.
Jason, you're
I nominate Kyle because he's searching.
No. I didn't say anything about that.
You can't nominate the same person.
Sorry, I can't nominate a second time. But stop looking for quirks, all you guys.
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you why.
Because I like to vote up.
He wasn't looking for
vote up.
He wasn't looking for work.
I like to vote up. Just everyone stop.
Okay, I just want
to ask me more questions.
Grant, Blake's
put on my
talking.
stop.
What do you want to say?
Yeah, I'm not trying to put Melissa on a pedestal, but I just want to circle back around to her because Chris was our werewolf killer, but you're also known as a werewolf killer. So I just want you to give us your thoughts before,
So right now,
Before what?
I'm 100%, and this sounds real dumb, but it's only because that's how I play. But I'm pretty sure Doug's the wolf, and I feel like it's because he needed to bring up the fact he like right away asked Larry why he wanted to save a wolf, and that's exactly.
I'm sorry. What was the last part? He asked.
I had to nominate.
Just the last part.
I noticed that.
I'm sorry, Melissa. Did you just make a nomination?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I nominate Doug.
All right, Melissa.
Hey, there you go.
Is there a second for
Love
that?
your cat, Melissa.
Second.
Melissa, I didn't hear the last part of your.
Oh, so it was like right off the bat, we woke up. Doug made a point to ask Larry why he voted to save Robert.
Okay.
And it's like I'm a terrible wolf, so and that's what I do when I'm a wolf. So it just red flagged in my head.
She may be a terrible, but she's
All right,
really
Doug, what's
good
your
on guessing the
defense?
werewolves.
Hey, well, I thought it was a valid question, to be honest. I'm usually pretty quiet in these games, and I kind of like to find an opportunity to say something to get involved, I guess is the thing. And that was something that stood out for me. There are a couple of upvotes. It seemed like a question I could ask and try and get involved with. So that's why I asked it. I didn't think it was too crazy.
All right, this is the second vote of day 3 for Doug. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness.
That is. Hang on, keep those up. I need to recount. I'm sorry, Doug, but you are dead. And Doug was indeed a werewolf.
Wow.
All right, everybody.
That was smooth.
How much
Dang.
did a spit take?
That's awesome.
All righty. Hey, maybe that's all the werewolves now. Let's find out, shall we? We'll start with the robots. Would you like to save, protect, or kill? Thank you. Werewolf or werewolves? All right. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Seer. Who would you like to know about? All right, good morning, everyone. Well, I'm very sorry. The good news, Blake, is Jason won't talk over you anymore. The bad news is you're dead. Blake was a villager, and now we are down to 19.
Sasquatch.
Shut up. I'm the only-
Melissa, you really
I was
earned that
the one-
reputation.
By the way, I was the one who found the Sasquatch, so whoever just said Sasquatch, stop it, because I was the one who found the Sasquatch in the first place.
Hey,
And
I want to
was the one who
say,
brought it up.
I'm proud of this village. I think we've shown a lot of growth in our willingness to kill people on the second nomination. I'm really just proud of us as a group. You know?
Yeah. And also we let
It's
the
working out,
Sasquatch turn,
too.
which was a good thing for us, I think. I know Nick P's still mad. I see his face, but we did let the Sasquatch turn.
Jay, is our killing people on the second vote more attuned to your agenda?
Yeah. Absolutely. I want to kill werewolves, and we just did.
Jay,
My
I have a question for
agenda
you.
is working 100%.
Jay, how did you feel about the Sasquatch turning, though, for real? Since it was early in the game.
Oh my god.
No, listen. I will say this. I voted to keep Mike more for Mike than the whole Sasquatch thing, but I'm kind of in the middle. I'm Switzerland on this thing.
I would like to nominate that
benefits
Sasquatch be removed from all further games.
I see benefits.
Never gonna happen.
Both sides.
We may have made a mistake not killing Mike the first day. I don't know. I still think like.
Why? He was a villager.
He was a villager.
No. But he was a villager later on. But we got a Sasquatch, and he's.
Well, we also didn't know.
No,
what
we don't have a Sasquatch.
Yes.
The whole point is there's no more Sasquatch. Now they're just werewolves.
No, that's
Stop
not
talking
what I
about the
said.
Sasquatch.
That's not what I said. I said the
What day
Sasquatch is a
this?
werewolf.
What
That's
day
I'm
is this?
saying.
Play
Yeah, I don't
Mason
know.
rules.
Dave,
with
this is
Sasquatch.
day 4.
Day 4?
It's
Day 4.
Okay.
Two werewolves. We've already
Checking.
killed 2 werewolves, and we know that the
How many do we have
Sasquatch
left?
will come later. This is a good thing for us.
It is
I was
an
gonna bring that up.
indeterminate
I was gonna
number.
bring that up.
I was gonna bring that up though. I think it's got to be 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4. We
3 or
got
4 left.
Because I think they at least started with 4, and then the Sasquatch got turned. So I think there's at least 5, and we've killed 2.
Yeah.
So I think there's 3 or 4 with the added. I think the robots are stronger than the bodyguard with their triple save possibility and their ability to kill.
Also,
if they
they can know each other. So that helps.
The good thing is we still have all our robots, and we've taken out 2 werewolves. We're not doing horrible right now. Like we're okay right now, but
Absolutely.
If we kill a robot, does they die telling us they're a robot?
He'll
That's
tell us
correct.
they're a robot.
I'll tell you they're a robot.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right, Nick. I think we've got 3 or 4, probably.
I think
Left
actually,
or
as a
total?
villager, we're doing pretty good because I think the
Who's
biggest risk would to kill a robot in the beginning, which why we didn't. So
Right.
That's
Who seconded Doug, by the way? I didn't catch that.
Larry.
A bunch of people.
Larry.
Yeah, I think someone else did too, but I definitely did.
we were too fast.
So the people I trust are Melissa, Larry, and Jason right now. Just because they voted and nominated and seconded werewolves. And I mean, I know wolves do that, but I don't think it's likely. So.
It's a little
Thank
early
you.
for that move.
You just don't want him saying that he likes you. That's the only thing you don't want.
I don't need to say I like anyone. I'm good. I just feel glad that we did that first vote on the Sasquatch and let them turn. And other than that,
Jesus.
Who was the third one, Matthew?
Who were the 3 people that you said, Matthew? You said Larry.
I feel like I trust Melissa, Larry, and Jason. Those are the 3 I feel like are good based on the nominations and seconding.
Okay.
Because there's, none of those needed to be nominated or seconded based on they were kind of semi-suspicious, but not really. So
I'm gonna nominate Scott just because I haven't really heard from him.
All right, is there a second for that?
Second, I'll second that.
Okay, well, I have been quiet this game. I have moderated with many of you on the clock tower, but when I play, I actually play really quiet. I was suspect of Larry, to be honest, until just this last round because he had nominated a few times and then voted up Robert. Julia's the other person that voted up Robert, I believe, and she has also seconded at one point. And I've been taking extensive notes, handwritten notes, and I wouldn't be doing that if I was a werewolf unless I really wanted to waste my time. So
You haven't met Joseph.
is my
Okay, that looks like just a very extensive game of tic-tac-toe to me.
All right. This is vote 1 of day 4. This is for Scott. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Unanimous.
All right, that's the most unanimous yes vote in a while.
Julia.
Jay.
Julia. You're not a werewolf, are you?
No.
Okay.
Might be a hobbit, but I don't think she's a wolf.
Because I don't want you. I hope you're not. I don't want you to be a werewolf.
Oh,
It never worked, Jay.
I like how Jay's Jay, like he's about to accuse somebody. He makes that teddy bear face. Like it's like here in US, I learned like when people say it's like bless your heart, but I know they're gonna trash that person.
I'm not nominating, but I'm a little suspicious. But yeah.
Well, I do need a second nomination, please.
I'm just gonna say who I'm a little bit suspicious of. I'm a little bit suspicious of Julia, Nick W, and Graham. That's just a little bit where my suspicions are.
Based on their voting?
It's not really. I haven't been taking notes. I don't have a tic-tac-toe board. But it's just I don't know. It's when they've been taught, when they've been questioned, when there's their reactions to certain things. I guess that's it. But again, it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, I share two of the same suspicions as you. I've been suspicious of Julia a little bit and of Nick a little bit. Yeah.
But Nick is the one who brought up having us not kill the Sasquatch on the first turn.
Yeah, I know that makes him safe in your book.
Well, Jason, how much was the percentage that you trust Nick right now?
Oh God, no.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my pen ready. What percent?
100% because he didn't want to kill the Sasquatch.
Sorry, Nick.
I nominate myself. I nominate and second myself.
All right, vote.
All right, I do need an actual nomination though.
And there is no Tanner, right?
No Tanner. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to nominate Paul just because I haven't heard from him yet.
I'll second.
Phone hasn't talked.
All right, Paul,
He's
you've been
always
nominated,
quiet.
and second, what's your defense?
I'm just observing. I am a villager as per usual, as I always am. And I don't have any real suspicions right now. So I'm just kind of observing, trying to find some suspicions, you know?
I need some suspicion.
All right, this is our second vote of the day, day 4. This is for Paul. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's 4 votes down. You're fine now. All right, I need my third nomination.
I want to bring up something again.
Is it the Sasquatch?
No, it's not the Sasquatch right now. It's that Kyle's been looking for quirks, and anyone who's looking for quirks, I believe is on the werewolf team. And Kyle's
I never said that word at all.
Jason, he never did.
In Kyle's defense, if you take out the robots out of the equation, he was just bringing up something that gets brought up a lot in games, and that he was just bringing up a certain upvote for a couple of votes. He wasn't really fishing, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
I just wanted a reason, but I haven't said that word at all.
I know, but the point is,
Still not going to.
looking for them. Whether or not you asked some questions that seem like you were looking for them.
Do I have a nomination?
Such as, other than the question I asked you?
Yes, that was basically
10
looking
seconds.
for work.
I'm going to nominate Gil. I'm still suspicious from what Jason said earlier, too.
All right, Matthew nominates Gil.
I'm going to second.
You don't have to kill though.
I'm going to second Gil, and he was looking for quirks also, and I just feel like people.
Man, I was looking for quirks.
Gil, what's your defense here?
I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing to say. I'm a villager. I'm really confused about this whole robot thing, and I'm really confused in where this whole "I'm suspicious because of quirk" thing is coming from. It's just like I'm a little aghast right now the way that we're voting. That's all.
All right, this is the third vote of the night. No matter day, whatever happens here, we'll go.
I'm dead anyways. Third vote, so
doesn't need
No,
necessarily.
No Sasquatch.
No Sasquatch.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I believe
Yep,
in you,
that's
man.
11 down. I'm sorry. Gil is dead, and Gil was indeed a werewolf.
Oh my
Good night, everybody.
Nice job.
All right, let's start this beautiful, clear crystal night, this Sasquatch-free night, with the robots. Would you like to kill, protect, or super protect? Thank you. Werewolf or werewolves? Would you like to use a guess on the robots? All right, who would you like to kill? Thank you. Seer, who would you like to know about? All right, good morning. Well, I apologize to everyone, but our Sasquatch talk is about to be reduced. Jason, who was a villager, has been killed by the werewolves. Who would have done such a thing?
I will take your mantle, Jason.
And
no, I'm not going to.
No, just do it.
Don't talk about Sasquatch.
We know at this point that there are not currently 9 werewolves alive, if that matters.
How many werewolves do you think we have left?
3 or 4.
2 or 3.
2 or 3 is my.
That was before Jill. Yeah.
I forgot about Gil.
I'm just going to say this is 5 days. If the seer's still alive, they theoretically could get 2 more Cs because the bodyguards could save them twice in a row.
Yeah,
there's an apprentice here too.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm
possibly.
Possibly. I'm not even worried about the apprentice here at this point.
Yeah, they don't get much info from the seer.
Yeah, but if the seer comes out and says what he knows right now, then the apprentice seer has all the information.
Yeah, plus 1. Well,
plus
1 piece.
Normally get.
Okay, so hold on for a second. So I am the seer. And I checked Jay on the first night. He was good. I checked Melissa on the second night. She's good. I checked Gil on the third night. He was bad. Checked Manny on the fourth night. He's good. And I checked Julia last night, and she's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Do we kill her right away, or do we get some more info and then kill her?
Well, and listen, checking me on the first
More
night,
info.
if I was the Sasquatch, I'm a werewolf now. Of course, I'm going to tell you, and it's true. I'm not the Sasquatch, but I'm not as clear as everybody else. For sure.
So, Graham, you checked Gil and found out he was a werewolf. Did you put suspicion on him at all?
I didn't need to because you guys had voted him, and every single time you guys brought him up, I voted him down.
Who was it that was talking about Gil before? Remember somebody else that accused him?
Yeah.
It was Matt.
I nominated the first day, but that was just a random shot in the dark. That was not.
I thought there was somebody else that was suspicious.
Jason, I thought that was
Jason. Jason had brought it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Graham. Sorry, Graham. Can you give that list again of people?
Sure.
I know it was Jay first.
Yeah, Jay was good. Melissa was good. So those are the first 2 people before the Sasquatch. And then after the Sasquatch, Gil was bad. Manny's good.
Sasquatch was only affected by the first look.
Yeah.
Second.
Sasquatch turned during the day.
Yeah.
Sasquatch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So because I checked Jay on the first night. So Jay, Melissa, Manny, good. then Gil and Julia bad.
I'll nominate
Julia, I
sorry,
asked
Steve,
you
who'd
if
you
you were a
nominate?
werewolf.
I nominated Julia.
I asked you if you were a werewolf.
Steve nominated Julia. Is there a second?
Let's get more information from people.
Let's say don't.
Yeah, that's
second it yet.
it's too early. We've got to set a definite answer on the third vote, right?
She'll be there for the third nomination.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine with that.
Who was that?
Never
Don't
played
like
like
that
that
many.
before. Just throwing that out there.
So just
Well, and
clarify,
actually-
nobody seconded that?
Correct.
Right. Hey,
Then I need a first nomination in 10 seconds, please.
I'll nominate Cameron just to give him a chance to talk.
I'll second that.
All right, Cameron,
Okay.
second and nominate. What's your defense?
So I'm a normal villager. I'm still observing. I actually thought that Jason might be a werewolf because he was nominating, but then he protected Robert and things. But obviously I was wrong about that. But I've just been observing at the moment, and I haven't really got much.
I think Jason was
more
trying to make
information.
himself look like a robot.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he died.
He was overacting.
He could be a robot.
Overacting it.
That's why he was being so defensive against Kyle and everything.
Oh yeah.
If he was a robot, Tom would have said.
That's correct.
He would have
As soon as
died.
a robot, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Vote number 1 of day 5. This is for Cameron. Ready. 1, 2, 3. It's unanimous. All right. I need a second nomination, please.
Nominate Julia. I don't see the reason in pulling out the string. We're all going to vote up on the next one anyway.
Is there a second for that?
I got checked though.
I'll second it. I'll second it.
All right, Julia, what's your defense?
I'm just a villager. I don't know why Graham is saying that. Maybe he's the werewolf. I don't know, but I'm just a villager.
Trusted you, Julia.
All right, thumbs for Julia. This is vote 2 of day 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Shay. Julia.
What to do it for? Julia.
That's unanimous.
Say it's not
And
so.
Julia was indeed a werewolf.
Another one down.
Good night, everybody. All right, maybe that was the last werewolf, but why did the game not end then? All right, robots. What would you like to do? Okay. Robots, we're still on. Okay, thank you. Werewolf for werewolves? Okay. Thank you. Seer? All right. Robots, I need to talk to you one more time. Thank you. All right, good morning, everybody. Once again, it was a super quiet night, and nobody died. It's day
Need to
6.
set my alarm for that.
Nice.
All right, Graham.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you find out last night, Graham?
What do you got?
I checked out Steve, and he's good.
Okay. Let me take him off my list then.
That's why I checked him.
Jay, did he take you off? Because I was my list. Yeah, he took you off, but that was before the.
It was.
So you're not 100% good.
Thanks.
He's like,
no, I'm not.
Yeah, you're still on my list.
So the wolf cub still is probably in the game, right? Because we didn't have 2 kills unless the robots blocked one of them.
The robots may have blocked both of them.
That's possible.
Or both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. Does it make sense to not kill in the day while Graham's still alive so he can keep getting us information and then we don't kill a villager accidentally?
I like it.
We don't want to kill a robot accidentally for sure.
Yeah.
As long as Graham agrees to look at me next.
Nick Wagner needs to be looked at. 100%.
We should never. You should never.
Wait a minute. They protected him last night. That's why there was no death. So they can't do it again.
Yeah, we don't know if they split up.
They could do their triple protect thing.
Tom, if they protected somebody one night and then they do their triple protect, can the person they protected the night before be one of the 3?
The triple protect does not count towards you can't protect the same person 2 nights in a row. However, you can't protect the same person 3 nights in a row no matter what. So if they protected me one night, use the triple protect to protect me the next night, they can't then use a regular protect on me. Yeah. It's as if the regular protect follows the other regular protect.
As long as they didn't protect Graham the night before last and they haven't already used their power, then he should be guaranteed safe tonight. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Makes sense.
Well, what's a triple protect?
They have a special power that hits the robots.
Once a game, the robots can split up. Since we have 3, we'll say 3, and one time only, they can all protect one person each individually.
When normally they can just do 1 every night?
Yeah,
right.
They agree on 1 every night normally.
Oh, I thought they could only just do this triple protect. That was it.
No, they've been protecting every night.
Every night they're protecting 1 as a group.
They're like a group bodyguard.
That's why we don't have the regular bodyguard.
And I don't think, it would have been small odds that they protected Graham.
All right, in the interest of time, I'm going to need a nomination.
Yeah.
Because the moderator frowns upon people dragging the game out, and he's starting to sense his village is leaning in that direction.
So why were
because I have a job tomorrow.
What was the benefit of us not killing somebody?
So we don't kill a villager accidentally.
Don't accidentally kill a robot or a villager.
Yes, but I need that nomination either way.
I'll nominate Nick P just to keep the day going. I don't want to kill him.
Who did you nominate?
Random. Nick P.
Oh, I'll second that.
All right, Nick, you've been nominated. Nick P.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it to keep the day going. I don't know. It's interesting logic because I do agree that I think we'll get Graham's opinion for one more day.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know if it's worth it to skip a vote unless, I do agree. If we knocked off a villager, that would kind of suck. But the real thing that you'd want to avoid is knocking off a robot. That's right. In my opinion. Yeah. So it's interesting with how well I think the village has been doing so far. I think there's only 2, maybe 3 werewolves left, but I think 2. So yeah, but I guess I still think you'd take a shot unless the defense was amazing. But that's my thoughts.
All right. Well, let's vote here. This is vote 1 of day 6. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, Jay. I was waiting for that. I thought you could have turned your thumb a little quicker, but that's okay.
I'm going to need an immediate second nomination, please.
Okay, I'm going to nominate Matthew, and the reason I'm nominating Matthew is that he has been super aggro nominating and seconding the whole game. So either he's a really active villager or he's a werewolf trying to knock off people day and night.
He did kill a werewolf.
Brent, I mean, true. That's true.
And that is his normal play style.
All right, is there a second for Matthew?
Several times.
I nominated Gil and Robert, so I mean, killing one
second for Matthew
might give me some bona fides, but killing.
All right, then I need another nomination.
Okay, I get it.
I nominate Ross.
Yeah,
for nominating Matthew.
I seconded, unfortunately.
Right, Ross, what's your defense?
Okay, my defense is my defense is what I said when I made the accusation. I wasn't clear. He burned me in Blood in the Clock Tower. So now
It's meta.
It's a total meta thing, and I'm having trouble doing that. But as far as I'm concerned, my suspicions were Matthew. My suspicions was Nick, and those are the only 2 that I'm really suspicious of.
Which Nick?
Nick Wagner.
This is the second vote for day 6. This is for Ross. Ready?
This is not good.
1, 2, 3.
You don't like me. Just goodbye.
That's 10 down and 6 up. Ross, you are gone. And Ross was a werewolf. Good night, everyone. And yet, the nights continue. Robots, what would you like to do? Thank you. Werewolf or werewolves? Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 7. No one died. You know what? Good night, everybody.
Did you do the seer?
Let's send everyone back to sleep. Let's send everyone back to sleep. Yeah. Sorry. Let's send everyone back to sleep. Seer, who would you like to know about? All righty, good morning. As I was saying, no one died last night.
Nice.
Wow.
I heard that the second time. That was unexpected.
Graham, you're up.
Graham, what you got?
We got another werewolf, and that's Harriman.
Whoa!
Nice.
I think that's it.
That could be the last one.
I
I think that's the last one.
Well, let's find out. This has been the most savage game in the history of time.
Graham,
I'm not going to drag it out. A 1 hour game.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah.
All right, let's just vote for Harriman. Hang on. Come on, you go too fast for the moderator here. All right, ready?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I am sorry. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And that, Robots and Villagers, is a win.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Who are the robots?
Annihilated.
All right, hang on one moment. I'm going to mute everybody here real quickly as we jump into this. So this was very different than last night's game where the werewolves won, but we had 3 robots. Robot 1 was Steve. Steve had to make or second the first nomination each day. Then we had Matthew, who always had to vote on 2 on my count rather than 3. He always voted early. I'm sure some people noticed that. And then the third robot was Scott, who could not talk at all unless someone said his name, which only happened once that I know of. Julia was a Sasquatch, which again is random, but seems to be like the 3rd time in one of my games. And then you know all the werewolves. The werewolf cub was actually Doug. But that night the robots protected, and just you guys just picked the werewolves off. Boom, boom, boomity boom. So what can I say?
Good game, Village. Good game.
Okay.
Good game.
The robots did a good job protecting too.
Okay, I have a question. Did I hopefully by overacting the whole saying Sasquatch every turn make people think I was a robot?
You definitely made me change the role of the Sasquatch in the next game for sure. The moderator was getting really annoyed.
You were a robot after you came after me for asking you about that vote. I was like, oh, okay.
I was trying to catch people trying to say, Jason kept saying Sasquatch, he must be a robot. And I was trying to catch people, and I did because we got Robert and we got Gil out of it.
But we say that already, even when the robot
you say Sasquatch all the time anyway.
Jason, the only thing I would say is like when Kyle asked you, he kind of asked you about why you voted up a couple of times, and I thought it was because you were voting up all the time. I honestly thought you were a robot from doing that.
I said, look at my voting pattern.
But I know. I don't take notes. So, but Jason, the only thing I'll say is like you trying to catch people on that. It's a little bit tough because at a certain point it was like super obvious. So that if someone said something about it, to me. It might have just been someone not thinking about the fact that it's a robot.
No, I know, but I was also figuring the werewolves only got 3 votes to vote for robots. So if they thought I was a robot and would never go after me, and they would put me as one of the 3 people every time, which would help them protect the robots. I would try to protect the robots because I was a boring villager. I'm like,
Jason, I get it. The only thing I'm saying is like the fact that you like kind of went on to Kyle a little bit for bringing that up and stuff, and I think you were doing it so obvious in my mind that the fact that someone mentioned something about it didn't necessarily make it them the werewolf.
Jason, you have the Jason only suspected me. In your name.
Yeah,
Jason only suspected me because he misinterpreted my joke.
That was the obvious one.
It was a joke, and he thought I was making a quirk.
Well,
and that's
you were
why
making a quirk because you were thinking about it because you were a werewolf. And I
wasn't thinking about it. Like it was a joke about you saying Sasquatch.
Okay, did you?
But I said it like around 3.
Now, you know the sad part. 2 nights I tried to kill Grammer, and I got outvoted.
Tom, we needed who was the hunters?
Thanks, Gil.
Tom, who were the hunters and apprentice here?
Melissa was the hunter, and the apprentice here was Nick P.
Oh, cool. Hey, why were you leaving early if somebody else actually had that?
Were you doing that to
Oh, I was just guessing. Like my whole thing was I was trying to come up with a quirk to
I was waving.
Yeah, to wolf bait. So it's literally every vote. I did my thumb on count.
I thought you were a robot too because of that.
I thought
all right.
I thought you were doing because you saw what I did and were protecting me. I thought you were doing to mask me.
I never noticed you did it, Matthew.
Robot doing quirks on purpose.
My whole goal was like I'm gonna vote. I was like, what can I do? And I was like, I'll vote on 1 count every time, and maybe I'll get killed early by wolves. No, I guess they wouldn't try to kill me, but
they wouldn't try.
But maybe they would. They would waste it still to see.
Right.
To see.
The other thing they make hard.
They would waste their guess on my name.
Chris, were you in a good mood, or was that dancing a quirk?
Oh yeah, it was a quirk. My own quirk.
The sad part is like because you guys saved Melissa a couple times, we're all sure Melissa was the robot, and we're trying to. So we quit killing her because because I thought it was Melissa, Jason, and Matthew. And I got it totally wrong. Matthew was the only one I was 100%
Melissa,
sure.
Matt, and somebody else.
You know what's funny, Matthew, is I would do 1 every time, and then I would see you do it right after me. And I never stopped and thought, oh, he is a robot. I just kept thinking, I honestly
thought you were totally doing that to help me.
I thought he was like, he's trying to steal my quirk, man.
The first thing I thought about when I got Villager was what kind of quirk could I come up with? And when Tom made the joke about he put the Sasquatch in for me, I'm like, I'm going to say Sasquatch a million times in every single round, and they'll think it's a quirk.
I didn't notice. Nobody thought it was a quirk.
I'm not buying
that was a quirk at all.
I thought I was one of the robots.
We've played with you before. We know that's not.
It was clear that you were making the Sasquatch.
I want to say that I was pretty suspect of all of the werewolves except for Ross and Harriman. And honestly, Ross, you were nowhere on my radar until you said that about Matthew, who was crushing werewolves left, right, and center.
I thought I thought like if I didn't say something soon, because I'm generally pretty active and I was quiet for most of the game, I felt like if I easily could have blended back, but I just felt like it would be too suspicious to not say something.
I kind of figured you thought I was the robot, and you figured this is a good way to kill me.
That and the clock tower thing. So yeah,
I feel like I knew Julia was a werewolf, but Gil's right. I didn't want to nominate her though.
I will say, Julia's reasoning too, like the meta thing. I know it can be possible, but like I mean, Ross brought up the blood on the clock tower. Julia brought up Among Us. Like to me, those are like throw-in things to make it seem like that's why you're doing it, but you actually have a different motive behind it. And so I was pretty on to Julia after she said that.
And Gil, I thought you were suspicious from the beginning, but my heart won out over my head, man. You know?
No, I wasn't.
Because you usually talk a whole lot more.
Yeah, but let me say that my defensive was true.
You did throw out the defense. Yeah.
I was consciously trying not to talk as much as I normally do.
Andrew points out in the Discord, wouldn't it have been cool if Jason was robot and got to stay silent?
Yes.
Yeah, but again, I have to be really careful. That's why I do them ahead of time and stuff. I don't want people to try to, which is why you should have seen through the Sasquatch thing. Because I wouldn't. That would have been a lot of luck for Jason to have randomly gotten it.
That's not why. That's not why I put him up. That's not why I put him up. I just didn't want to hear it anymore.
I have one question, Tom. I have one question. Are you sure Nick W was not a werewolf?
I agree.
I'm learning.
Nick was still. Yeah, I had Julia and Gil and Nick as my three suspicious.
I had Nick with a bunch of stars.
I tried to kill Nick. I tried to kill Gil.
When I look at the word werewolf on my chat, my heart just sunk.
Gil?
My heart just went down.
I tried to kill you at night. That was one of the nights I was like, I wrote down kill Gil, and they were like, no.
I was a werewolf in every game this week. 5.
So the whole thing is really interesting to me. If you saw the first game earlier this week and this one, wow, did they have different things. Here, the robots were never in any danger. There was an insane amount of talking about the Sasquatch. But anyhow, the villagers won this one handily. This is the most powerful village win I've seen in a long time. But it doesn't make me think that the robots are overpowered because I saw how well they did in the last game. Still, there's some tweaks I might want to do. I'm going to figure out maybe if there's ways to take the robots out with quirks and such. So it's an interesting, I have some thoughts on the subject that I'm going to be messing with and trying out in future games. But this is interesting. I tried 2 radically different ideas. Last week I did the different werewolf factions, and this week I did the robots, and they both seem to have gone over well. So I assume whenever I try next week, we'll bomb miserably. But either way, Werewolf is a lot of fun. Thanks to these great players for playing. A lot of these people that are playing, I feel like I know them now. This is something I did 1 or 2 times and did not expect it to last as long as it has, and I keep wanting to do it. I look forward to the Werewolf sessions. Anyway, this was a faster one than normal. But I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Werewolf on the Dice Tower.